Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our backyard. Today is part 2 of our greenhouse build series, and I finished the complete foundation, retaining wall, perimeter framing system, whatever you want to call it. It is now done. This project actually starts back yesterday when we finished putting all the posts in, and a little bit later decided, I want to work some more. So I went ahead and scribed the lines and got our level points on all the posts in preparation of cutting them. Now I'm going to measure up off the ground 5.5 inches and put a mark on the post. 5.5 inches is the width of a 2x6, which is the material I'm using for leveling this. Alright, with that marked, I can now transfer that line all around the post using my speed square. Now I'm going to take another section of string here, tie myself a little slip knot on this part. Now I'm going to loop it around this post, and this will be what I use with the line level to make sure everything else matches. Alright, for those who don't know, this is what a line level is. It's a small little bubble level that has hooks on it that's made to hook on to string. Let me pull it tight. And then from here, you can tilt it and you can find when it's level. Alright, now I'm going to put my mark here on the post. I keep on dropping the line level and the string and everything, and I'm afraid I'm not going to get it just right. So I have put in an SOS text to Angela to see if she minds to come out and help me do this real quick. Ha 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 ha! Done.
Yay.
Let's have a race.
Okay.
Who can do them the fastest? Ready, set, go!
I'm doing quicker.
You're super fast.
Yeah, because I'm Lidward.
Oh, Isaac's got the big ones. He's got the heavy ones.
Oh.
Oh boy, come on, Isaac, get him, get him, get him. Go for the little ones, Isaac.
I have time to see.
Go, 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 go. Oh my goodness, there's 2 left. 1 left. Who's gonna get the last one? Who's gonna get the last one? Oh, Isaac getting the last one. Is that it? Really? Hurry, hurry, go, 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 go.
Isaac won.
All right. You guys did great. I counted, and you each picked up 9. So you got half and half.
I tied.
You both won.
I need to like my footsteps.
I know. Well, you can do your footsteps over there. We got a pile of footsteps now. That went pretty quick, all things considered, and the little cordless saw did really good too. I went through 2/3 of one battery and 1/3 of another, so the equivalent of one battery, cut all of these 4x4 posts. There's 18 in total. It was actually really handy to also have the cordless tool to be able to just go from post to post to post, zip it, zip it, zip it. And it being cordless, they're a lot lighter weight too. So I highly recommend the Craftsman cordless set. I have enjoyed it ever since I've had it. And as you can see, it even holds up to any of your toughest DIY projects. Thanks. All right, my trusty helper just brought me today's blueprints. These blueprints are a reminder for me to remember which way these 2x6s are going to go on these posts to effectively create a wooden box perimeter. And it's not really a retaining wall because it's not going to hold back dirt on either side, but it's kind of like a retaining wall. And it's just having the blueprints are handy to keep me in line. That is a do-it-yourselfer's dream right there. 2,000 3-inch long exterior grade Torx drive screws. Can I say, oh yeah? Yes, I can. Can you? Give me a thumbs up for the 2,000 screws. It wasn't cheap, but it sure is pretty. All right, I have got my number 2 helper. Mommy's number 1, you're number 2.
Yeah.
And he's going to be up here helping me hold these 12-foot long 2x6s in place as we build this retaining wall in the greenhouse. Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get this screw started and then I'll tell you when to pick it up, all right? All right, go ahead and pick yours up to where it's even with the top of your post. No, down. The top needs to be even with the top. There you go. That way. All right, you ready? Okay. Good job. The reason we start at the top is so we have full boards at the top, and then we can dig the dirt and fill in at the bottom where we need to. This system isn't going to hold back any kind of major weight as far as soil, rock, dirt, or anything, so we're not super concerned about not having 100% of all the gaps filled. In addition, those gaps would also help with a little bit of ventilation, so it's okay. As we added the 2x6s to the posts, we were very careful to stagger the joints of the boards on the 16-foot long sides. Doing this adds to the overall strength and rigidity of the system and doesn't give us any necessary weak points in the system.
So that's it for right now, I think.
You hope?
I hope.
Almost. We gotta do that side down there next.
No.
Yep, but just little parts. Remember, it's short pieces.
Okay.
What you working towards? What's your privilege gonna be?
Getting to go to a creek or spring.
Alright, so let's get it knocked out so we can go swimming, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So yes, we are almost done, but the last thing to do as far as the foundation wall, I guess we could call it, is to put the boards on this side, which is right here behind me. We're only going to do on 2 of the 3 sections because the middle is going to be the opening for our doorway. So this should be, fingers crossed, a lot quicker and easier to do. All right, 44.5. Yep. Now, what other 7-year-olds do you know that knows how to use a speed square? You know how to use one, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now.
Hashtag homeschool.
Yeah.
Alright, let me go ahead and cut this one real quick. Alright, there's one down. We got 2 more to cut. Perfect. You were doing really, really good at that.
I'm enjoying it.
Alright, that's our 3 pieces. Let's go put them up on place. Everything is assembled with 3-inch screws. I didn't use any kind of major large lag bolts or Torx screws or SPAC screws because this isn't going to be a weight-bearing system. Nothing's going to be pushing against these 2x6s as far as soil or earth movement or anything other than people, and that's okay. I wanted to cap off the wall to give myself the bottom sill plate, I believe is the term, the bottom of the wall, a nice firm flat place to rest whenever I go to frame the walls of the greenhouse. I took a 2x6 and laid it flat on its edge and lined it up with the inside edge of the greenhouse foundation, and it gave a little bit of an overhang all the way around. This really adds to a nice finished look, but also serves to keep any kind of rainwater, condensation, or just moisture in general from soaking straight down into the ends of my posts. This should help really prolong the life of the system as a whole. There are a couple of sections where there are some large gaps where the boards couldn't go far enough because they ran into the concrete footings of the posts, and that's okay. This isn't meant to be watertight, soil-tight, airtight type of system, but we've also got to fill in our dirt a little bit here and there, hit this thing with a tiller and smooth it out as a whole, and that'll really help clean everything up and button it up at that point. Close-up shot. The real point of building this wooden wall was just to give us a perfectly level, square, well, okay, rectangular shaped base to then frame the walls and system for our greenhouse to sit on top of. I tell you what, this little dude here, he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
You also learned how to use a new tool today. Remember what it's called?
Speed square.
That's right, Speed Square. He learned how to identify it and use it all in one day. And after a couple of times showing him, I was able to just put a little tick mark on the board. He took over, scribed the line perfectly at 90 degrees, and I just cut it off with a saw. Very good. You're the only 7-year-old I know of that can pick that up and do it all in one day. You're very smart.
Yeah, I have a smart mind.
A smart mind. So what was your favorite part of the build today?
We got to play on it for a few minutes.
Cool. What was the thing you hated the most about the build? What was just like, ugh, the worst?
I don't really know.
Maybe having to hold all those big heavy boards up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Since you have worked so hard, I promised you something. What did I promise you we'd do?
We would get to go to a creek.
All right. Well, we better load up on the four-wheeler and hit the creek. You guys want to come along with us?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should. Let's go.
Yeah. Mommy, I'm so warm. And cold. There's some salamanders in this creek also. Yeah. I'm not so cold. Mommy, okay.
I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, anything I didn't cover about the foundation system that you're curious about, leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. But as always, thanks for watching.